class. As you all know, we're going to be starting a new book. So this is our new book called Transitions, and we'll be starting this book on Wednesday in class, and it's talking about job interviews. I wanted to read you the example. We're going to read this in class together, either this week or next week, but I'm on page 6. I don't know if you can see that, page 6. And I'm going to be reading you this excerpt. I'm setting goals for the future. Apparently, you can find a recording online, but I haven't been able to find it online. So in the meantime, I'm going to email the publisher to see if there's an easier way to find it, or I don't know where it is. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to read this out loud for you, like I sometimes do with our other book from week to week. So turn in your new book to page 6 and just follow along with me for setting goals for the future. Okay? Setting goals for the future. What do you want your future to look like? Do you want to develop skills for a better job? Do you want to graduate from college? No matter what you want in the future, one of the best ways to get there is by setting goals. Setting a goal means making a decision about what you want to achieve. It requires finding out what you need to do to achieve that goal and planning how long it will take you to do it. Making choices about the future can be difficult because we often focus only on the present. In order to think about your future goals, take a few minutes and imagine what you want your life to be like in 1, 2, or 3 years. Where will you be? What will you be doing? How will you feel? There are a number of important points for you to keep in mind when setting a goal. It should be detailed, measurable, and realistic, and it should have a completion date. Once you have a goal in mind, try to add as much detail as possible. Adding detail will make the goal clearer. For example, instead of saying, "I want to get a better job," you can add details such as, "I want to study cooking so that I can be a chef." Details like study cooking and be a chef clearly show what you want to achieve and how you plan to achieve it. In addition to adding detail to your goal, make sure you can measure your progress. "I want a better education" is a good goal, but it is difficult to measure. How will you know when your goal is completed? "I will apply to 3 colleges next spring" is a better goal because you can pay attention to your progress. Goals should be challenging, but they should not be too difficult. An impossible goal will lead to failure. You can avoid failure by making sure your goal is realistic. Becoming a professional soccer player might be your dream, but is it realistic? Instead, set your goal on something more achievable, like playing for a local team. Finally, make sure your goal has a completion date or deadline. If you know when you want to complete your goal, you will be more motivated. Without a deadline, people often stop paying attention to their goal. Just as your goal should be realistic, your deadline should be realistic also.